Hi, this is Shanil from Wrestle with Style. This is my review on Elimination Chamber 2022. Now, I'm aware I'm pretty late with my review video, but the only reason behind that was I wasn't sure how should I review the show. Um, it was pretty shocking, and let me explain why I am so disappointed. So the night began with Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. Rey Mysterio won the match, and later in the night, the Miz uh, said that he it was Rey Mysterio cheated, and he will find an opponent. He will find, I'm sorry, a tag team partner uh, who can face Rey Mysterio and Dominic along with him. This is how the storyline is going. I understand he will introduce us to his tag team partner tomorrow, and most probably he, along with his tag team partner, will face Rey Mysterio and Dominic um, at WrestleMania 38. This match was at the kickoff show. The actual night started with Roman versus Goldberg, which was the first match of the actual Elimination Chamber show. Um, it was a pretty mediocre match. There was nothing special in the match. Uh, but there is something which I would like to let you guys know. From the time they started the show, they took 16 minutes and 51 seconds to ring the bell and 17 minutes and 40 seconds for the actual match to start. And the match itself was just an around 8 minutes, 20-second match. So they wasted around 17 minutes to start the actual match. Now, the reason I am letting you guys know they wasted that match is because there was another match which was promoted big all throughout, which never took place. I will come back to that later. But what I'm trying to say is, if they would have calculated the time correctly, the match which never took place, it should have something would have happened. So it took 17 minutes and 40 seconds to start the match, and just an 8-minute match. There was two spear, one. I'm sorry, one Superman punch. Then Roman went with his submission move, and he won the match. Um, Pretty disappointed. Uh, when you have Roman and Goldberg's name associated with any match, you expect more than this. Um, if you have Goldberg's name associated with any match, you expect a short match, but you don't expect something like this. So I hope next time when we see him in the ring, the match is choreographed and designed much better in the future, which we are unsure when, because this was officially his last match with WWE as per his current contract. So unless and until Goldberg doesn't renew his contract, we might not see him in the WWE ring as a wrestler. Uh, so this was how they started the evening, um, with a disappointment. The second match of the evening was the women's elimination chamber match. I will come to this match at a later stage because I want to compare the women's elimination chamber match with the men's elimination chamber match. So after the women's elimination chamber match, then you had Ronda Rousey and Naomi facing Sonya Deville and Charlotte Flair. Ronda Rousey, the toughest, the baddest woman on the planet, and you waste her. She have won bronze medal at Beijing Olympics. She was a pretty dominating UFC women's heavyweight, women's, I suppose heavyweight, UFC champion. You wasted her. You wasted her, and I hope you do not waste her at WrestleMania 38. She is supposed to face Charlotte at WrestleMania 38. So this match was along the storyline, but was it needed? If you see the match, you will realize it wasn't. They should have planned something else for her, but it was not even a mediocre match. You wasted a talent like Ronda. Uh, and let me be very clear over here. Whatever you do, she will always be a legend. It's your failure that you are not able to use someone like Ronda Rousey. So it was a pretty okay match. Even if you miss it, it you it wouldn't make a difference, and that was the surprising part. You do not expect such matches with if Ronda Rousey is associated with. So two of the matches with two of the legends, three great wrestlers or fighters, and you're already disappointed. And the evening is not even half, because you're still say 4 to 5 matches to go. Um, After Ronda's match, there was Drew McIntyre, and I always forget this name, Madcap Moss. I always forget this name. I'm really sorry. So it was Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss. Um, Happy Corbin was interfering in the match, was expected. Um, it is expected that Happy Corbin will be facing Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 38. Uh, and because it is that is that match is where the storyline is going, I expected Drew to lose the match because of an interference, and tomorrow he comes to Raw and challenge Corbin for WrestleMania. But that never happened. Drew McIntyre won the match. Probably WWE wanted to show his star power, because there are rumors that he will be facing Roman Reigns at the later half of the year. That might be the reason why they still want to show his star power. Remember, he is a two-time WWE champion, and he's promising, and he's really good. And if you Roman aside, um, I see him as a superstar in its own. So he won the match. It was a pretty decent match. Nothing bad, nothing good about it. Um, but it was fall count anyway. Uh, and I expected them to go in the crowd, which would have been at a different level if you would have seen, if you would have seen them between the crowd at Jeddah, Saudi. But that never happened. That never took place. They never designed or choreographed the match like that. I'm not sure why that never happened, but that didn't happen, and I was expecting that. So next match of the night was Becky Lynch versus Lita. According to me, that was the best match of the evening. I rate this show 2.5 only because of this match. If you remove this match from the show, it's a 2-star show, 2 out of 5. Only and only because of this match, it's 2.5. Becky Lynch, the current WWE Raw Women's Champion. She know how to sell herself. She know how to sell her opponents. She know how to sell her moves. She know how to sell her opponent's move. She know how to make her opponent feel they or the crowd. She know how to make the crowd feel that the opponent is dominating. Um, at this moment, the WWE Women's roster, I don't think there is anyone better than Becky Lynch. Um, it was a pretty decent match. In fact, it was very good. It was a really good match, um, and it was pretty even. There were moments where Becky sold the match in such a way that you felt Lita might win the championship, and then the whole WrestleMania event will have another shocking match, and you actually felt, because the power and this and how smart Becky is, and how smart she is able to sell the matches and her moves. She this match was the best match of the evening. If you ask me, will I recommend this match to anyone? Yes. Would I like to see that match again? Yes. Having said that, the only disappointing part of the match was the fact that you could hear Becky talking with Lita, telling her what will be her next move. There was a time, there was around, I will say around 4 to 5 minutes after the match started, Becky told Lita to give me a slap, another slap, and Lita gave her another slap on the face. Now, this happens because Becky have a habit of talking to the crowd and to the opponent while she is fighting. because of which, if she makes such a move, if the uh, if the match is not choreographed, or if the backend team is not up to the mark, you will be able to hear her conversation with the opponent. So I don't see it's her fault. They should have done something about that. But yes, it was audible. She was audible a couple of times. There was once when she said another swing. There was one she said, slap me once again. But and yes, it was pretty obvious and pretty audible. Um, but it was still a very good match. This match alone itself, I will rate it as 3 out of 5. Um, Not because of the star power, because the way Lita and Becky sold the match. After the match, Becky won the match, and there was a moment where I felt that she will give her hand to Lita, and because she actually stood and she saw her. So I thought that will happen, but I think at that time she realized she's a heel, so she walked out. And but the crowd gave their respect to the legendary Hall of Famer Lita, and it was amazing to watch that. Um, the best match of the night for sure. Now coming to the two elimination chamber match, the women's elimination chamber match and the men's elimination chamber match. Before the women's elimination chamber match, they announced the person who enters the match at as the last opponent wins the match 20% of time, and that's what exactly happened in both the matches. Bianca Belair entered last; she won the match, um, and Brock Lesnar, he was the last to enter the match, and he won the match. The only difference was uh, elimination. The women's elimination chamber match was a pretty okay match. I won't call it was boring, because till the first elimination, which was Nikki, the match was a pretty decent match. There was this move where Liv Morgan, that was after Nikki was eliminated. Liv Morgan gave a power bomb to I forgot the name again. That was Doudrop. Yes, she gave a power bomb to Doudrop from the third ring. That is from the top, and that move was amazing. So it was a pretty decent match. The only problem I had with the match was you added Alexa Bliss at a very later stage of the match. Uh, she was coming. It was a return. She haven't wrestled a single match since September 2021. Uh, so you expect her to win the match. Um, Remember, she lost. Her last match was with Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Championship, and I think it was SmackDown or Raw Championship. I'm not sure, but I know it was with Charlotte against Charlotte Flair, where Charlotte Flair won the match. She destroyed her doll, and that was the storyline. Because her doll was destroyed, she went through a setback, and this was the storyline given to us. And the rehab sessions which they showed, it was because of that. Now, so with this storyline, if you're bringing her back, I was expecting her to win the match, but at the end, Bianca Belair won the match. She's going to face Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Again, this also makes things very obvious, and it's understandable, because Becky returned at SummerSlam 2021 and defeated Bianca Belair for her title. She will face Becky again at a grand stage. So she winning the match wasn't shocking, but the way it was presented to us, that was disappointing. Now coming to the men's elimination chamber match, I think this was the 30th elimination chamber match in the history of WWE. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think that was the 30th match, 30th elimination chamber match from the time they have started the elimination chamber match. The first match was when I remember the legendary Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels had won the match, and this was the 30th one, and by far the most boring elimination chamber match. Brock Lesnar eliminated practically everyone except Bobby Lashley. who got injured due to a power bomb. Was it a power bomb? Yes, I think it was a power bomb, which uh, yes, I think it was a power bomb. It was a power bomb which Seth Rollins was attempting, and he threw the opponent, which was Austin Theory, towards the chamber, and Bobby Lashley was inside the chamber. He got hurt, and that's how he was removed from the match. Why? Because apparently he was injured, and he was carrying an injury, a shoulder injury, and he got injured at Royal Rumble when he faced Brock Lesnar. He got injured, and he was carrying an injury all throughout. That was the reason he never defended his championship for since then, and hence he didn't participated in the match. So technically, Brock Lesnar won the match, but Bobby Lashley never dropped the belt. So if you look at that way, yes, they have designed or choreographed or designed the story perfectly, not showing Bobby Lashley any weak because he never dropped the belt. And anytime when he will come back after his injury, he will directly guess his rematch. We wish him all the best. Please get well soon. Take care of yourself. I'm assuming, I've read that somewhere, that he will go through a shoulder injury, which is a very severe injury. I understand because my dad has gone through a shoulder injury. I'm aware how painful that is. So I wish you all the luck. Please get well soon and come back very soon. Having said that, it was really very boring to see Brock Lesnar eliminate everyone and win the match. They could have done something else. If Bobby Lashley was injured, they could have replaced him with Kevin Owens or someone. You had a powerhouse like Brock Lesnar in the match. At least would have given some opponent something. Give us something. I don't think the audience and the WWE universe was expecting that. Yes, we expect him to win the match, but not like that. Because of this, apart from one match, which was Becky versus Lita, every match conclusion was really very disappointing. Hence, it was very difficult for me to even review the night. Hi, I'm sorry I missed a small part of the show, so I'm back just to cover this part. The Viking Raiders were supposed to face Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, but that match never took place. We still do not know the exact reason behind that. WWE has said that that is how it was supposed to happen. So the Viking Raiders was coming towards the ring when the Usos attacked them, and there was a suplex, or I suppose it was, yes, it was a suplex, and that's it. They were injured. That's how the announcing table informed us that they are injured and they cannot participate in the match anymore. So that match never took place. This was the reason why I said that WWE didn't calculate the time, because I feel the only reason why this match never took place because the time was not calculated properly. This was just before the main event, which was the men's elimination chamber. And I feel because the time was not calculated properly, this match never took place. It might take place at SmackDown, or it will go to Wrestlemania. Could go to Wrestlemania as well, but I wish that if they would have calculated the time properly with the introduction and places where they miscalculated, especially the time part, we could have seen this match as well. Once again, thank you for watching my video. I hope you subscribe my channel and hit the notification bell. Please like the video or dislike it, either of the ways, but please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day. Hasta la vista.